Ladies, gentlemen, and dear children, welcome on board again. This is Captain 37 speaking. We're gonna do another flight today with you guys from Rome Airport to Munich Airport, located in Germany. And we will start from all cold and dark to fully ready status of the aircraft. So let's get it started. Right now, the aircraft is connected to ground power. So let's start with putting the battery on and the ground power on. There comes the AC power. All systems are warming up. Right. Let's start with the preliminary pre-flight. Turn on the IRSs. Continue with voice recorder. Let's check the oil, engine oil, and hydraulic levels. They're all good. We are located at Lima, India, Romeo, Foxtrot, Rome, and that completes the preliminary flight, and let's continue with pre-flight. Leading edge devices, electronic engine controls, airspeed warnings, stall warnings. Normally, stick shaker should come up to test the stall warnings, but it needs at least 4 or 5 minutes of stable AC power to test those. So since we just engaged the ground power, it won't be able to test the stall warning tests. Let's continue. Yaw damper, emergency exit lights, fasten belts, window heats, put the packs to auto, and our cruise level will be 300 today. And we're gonna need to put the elevation of Munich Airport, which is 1,500 feet. Let's go ahead and put that one in also. $1,500 sets. Oxygen test. And check the lights. Auto brake RTO. Fuel flow reset. Okay. And in the communication panel, let's put the transponders on second side. It's all good. Let's just examine our flight plan. Let's see what we're gonna do today. So I'm gonna just give it to the screen so you guys can examine it with me. So there it is. Let's go and check it out. So our flight plan number is 1. This is again another Lufthansa flight number 1871 from Rome to Munich. And our call sign will be Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango. Planned trip wheel is 3.5 tons. contingency, alternate, final reserve, all summed up is minimum takeoff fuel is 7.4 tons and 400 kilograms of extra for in case of go around, you know. I don't want to divert to our alternate, which is Frankfurt. So I take like 400, 500 kilograms of extra for an additional go around, you know. So it comes to a total of 8,000 kilograms of fuel. Our route is here from Rome, runway 25, so 7 Lima SID. Continue on the route and land at 07 left. This is what the dispatch has given us, but depending on the latest weather conditions, this is always due to changes, you know. Everything can change on this. That's why we get the ATIS information before takeoff and before landing. So we are expecting 162 passengers with 4 tons of cargo, and that's a total of 16.9 tons of payload. Comes to zero fuel weight of 58.6. I should just take this as a note. 58.6. Fuel will be 8,000 and takeoff weight will be 66.4 takeoff weight. This is the detailed nav log, and you can see the top of climb 300, and let me see if they have the temperature. Yeah, at top of climb temperature will be -40. That's another good thing to take note of, because we're gonna need to put it in the FMS. And these are the wind information for various waypoints, and especially the descent winds will be come in handy. We will put them into FMS as well. Other than that, nothing much important here. Let's just go back to our airplane and put in our routes. So the origin is Lima India Romeo Foxtrot, and then we will continue to Echo Delta Delta Mike, the destination. Our call sign will be Delta Lima Hotel, which is the short one for Lufthansa. 7 Charlie Tango, right? And the departure will be I'm checking the flight plan again. Yeah, runway 25, Sosib 7 Lima. Runway 25, Sosib 7 Lima, right here. And then the route goes as after Sosib 7 Lima, we go to So1. Via Lima 9095 to Lomed. Lima 9095 to Lomed with a D. And then Lima 12 to Lumav. Lima 12 to Lumav. Mike 726 to Naxau. Naxau waypoint. There it is. Continue Tango 101 to Betos. Tango 101 to Betos. Okay, after Betos we are expecting to execute Betos 1 Alpha arrival for runway 07 left. 08 left, correction. ILS 08 left via Betos 1 Alpha, and there should be a transition from there. Betos 1 Alpha. I think the transition will be, let me check the charts. 07 left, ILS. Right. If we execute instead of Betos 1 Alpha, Betos 08, let's see if we have it. We don't have it. Betos 08, so 08 left. Yeah, right here, Betos 08. Let's check what's the situation now. Let's go to plan and go to legs page. Let's see how did it come out. After Betos, Delta Mike 472. Let me put the range up a little bit so you guys can see better. Okay, 472, 476, 475, 450, and radar vectors. Right, that's good. But since we selected the star, the arrival of Betos 1 Alpha, there are two Betoses, as you can see. So I'm gonna take the one in the bottom, which is the one that I want, and put it over there to make it more, not duplicated and clear as a whistle. Betos, turn right, turn east, continue, and on final downwind, we will expect radar vectors and turn and capture the ILS. Let's continue, activate this route, and then performance initialization, zero fuel weight, as we said before, 58.2, 58.6 correction. Reserve fuel, let me check the minimum fuel at the flight plan. Okay, so minimum fuel is equals to alternate fuel, which is 2128, plus the final reserve, which is 1082. If you sum them up, you will come up with 3210. So you roll it up to the next big one, so you get 2.3 on the reserve. And then we will go with cost index 8. Cruise altitude is flight level 300, and top of climb outside temperature is -40, as we checked from the flight plan executed. Insufficient fuel, that is normal because we haven't started getting the fuel yet. So let's get that one started also. Let's just get it out of the way. Let's go to fuel, payload, fuel. We want 8 tons of fuel. Okay, and the payload was, let me check what was the payload again. I put it in too. Payload is 16.9. Total payload 16.9. Okay. Let's go ahead and call the fuel truck so they start fueling our aircraft. Let's see. Yep, they just started, as you can see from the upper display unit and the FMS itself. Good. We can just disregard this insufficient fuel right now because it will be sufficient when it's completed. And we're gonna need the ATIS to fill this now, so let's check the ATIS.
Flight level 100, return to 356. Victor Charlie Papa 1 Victor Alpha, Roma.
You have received status information, November. This is Fiumicino, status information, November, time 1850 Zulu. Type of approach ILS Zulu. Runway and used arrivals 16 left and 16 right. Departures 25. Transition level 70. Wind touchdown 350 degrees 4 knots. Okay. Temperature 24 degrees, 2.19 degrees. QNH 1018 hectopascals. QFE 1018 hectopascals. Nozick. You have received this information November.
Okay, so we got information November. Let's just go back to the delivery frequency. Okay, so according to the ATIS information November, we have outside temperature is 24 degrees. Let's put that one in. And the rate, our CG is in the payload, is takeoff weight. CG is 28.3. 28.3. CG flaps will be 5. And we take our speeds. 147 is V2. We put it in the MCP speed panel. 147 it is. Okay. Auto throttle armed. SDA. Wow, I've been searching for this kind of content for years, mate. Cheers. Thank you for taking your time and giving an insight. Thank you, mate, for being on board and, accompanying us on this flight. And if you have any questions, just feel free to ask. Okay, let's continue. After this takeoff page, we go to second page for NADP procedures. I'm just going to use NADP 2, thrust reduction 800, acceleration 800, and engine out acceleration. I'll put 1500. And I will handle the descent page once we are airborne. So FMS setup is pretty much done. Let's just put the QNH in the aircraft. QNH was 1008. 1008 set. Normally we would do the takeoff calculation where the performance takeoff tool, but this, just give me a second, guys. Sorry for that, guys, live stream is hard sometimes. Okay, so normally, as I was saying, we have this performance calculation tool in our electronic flight bags, but Unfortunately, we don't have it in this aircraft, so nothing comes out meaningful from this performance takeoff. So I'm just going to disregard that and continue the way I know. So, flight director's master on my side. I won't put the LNAV VNAVs unless until we get our ATC clearance. And anything else, everything looks fine for now. Let's just get our ATC clearance and continue with our setups. So let's check the frequency again. Rome delivery is 121.8. It's set. Okay, let's just call them. Rome delivery, good evening. This is Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, stand number 507, information November, destination Echo Delta Delta, Mike request ATC clearance.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, please stand by.
Standing by, 7 Charlie Tango.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, radio check.
Go ahead, sir. Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, you are cleared to Munich via Source with 5 Alpha departure, Sovan 7 Alpha transition. You need to climb 4,000 feet, squawk 5530, information Yankee.
Information Yankee cleared to Munich via Sosi 5 Alpha, initial climb 4,000 feet and squawk 5530, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, confirm transition Sovan 7 Alpha.
Correction, transition is Sovan 7 Alpha, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, reflex correct. For push and start, contact ground 121.9. Ciao.
For push and start, contact ground 121.9. Ciao, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango. So we got our departure clearance. Let's check something. Apparently they have he just, I think, changed it to Sosan. Runway 25 SID. Sowan. Yeah, Sowan. But apparently we don't have it in our FMS. I'll just ask for another SID.
Mission delivery, good evening. I want to seek Sergei for clearance to Napoli Capodichino.
126, ciao Roma. Formation Yankee, cleared to Napoli Capodichino via Sosak 5 Alpha departure.
Reefy 9 Hotel Transition, runway 25. Initial climb of 4,000 feet and squawk 1,000.
And 126, can you repeat the trans?
And 126, we are T2 Naples via Xibri 5 Alpha, Reefy 9 Golf. Initial 4,000, squawk 1,000.
Clear to Capodichino via Xibri 5 Alpha, Reefy 9 Golf transition, runway news 25, initial climb 4,000 feet, scope 1,000.
Air 126, request correct. For pushing ground, for pushing start contact ground 121.9 chart.
Roger that, Air 126, thank you very much.
Oh, we have it right here. Saucy 5 Alpha, then so on 7 Alpha transition for runway 25. Okay, everything's all set. We got our ATC clearance. Initial climb is 4,000 feet. Let's just set it over here. Since we have the correct SID over here, we can arm the LNAV and VNAV. And then let's check the charts for Saucy 5 Alpha. Okay, runway heading is 247. Let's just put that one in. 247 in the box, and this is an RNAV SID, so you won't be able to put the courses since we're not going to be able to use any navigation aids. I will put the runway heading as the course to prevent any complications after takeoff. 247 set on both sides. Normally you would set the nav aids if you happen to use them to nav panels, but since we're not going to use them, I won't put any. So we have our clearance. We will contact ground 121.9er for pushback and startup clearance. Of course, before that, what we need to do is start our APU, and after the APU supplies enough power, we're gonna need to disconnect the ground power, and then we are fully ready for pushback and startup. So we are waiting for this blue light to come up over here. That will give us the indication that APU is ready for start. It usually takes around 1 minute. Yep, the APU is ready to go. APU on bus. We can get rid of the ground power and ground air, and we can ask for startup and pushback clearance now.
Mission ground, good evening, Ryanair 126, request push and start.
Ryanair 126 Charlie, vicino ground, push and start is approved, facing west, Greenwich 1018.
QNH 1018, push and start approved, facing west, for Ryanair 126, grazie.
From ground, good evening, this is Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, stand number 507, request startup and pushback.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, Charlie, vicino ground, push and start is approved, facing north, Greenwich 1018, number 2.
Push and start approved facing north, and QNH 1018 number 2 and Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango. So we go to beta pushback and plan our pushback facing north. Right now we are facing nearly south, so the pushback should be like, actually we are facing east, so
Charlie Tango, please, at the Squawk 5530.
Squawk 5530, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, thank you. So we're gonna push him back like this.
All right, Captain, got the
Accept
directions.
plan.
Let me know through the menu
Let's
when you're
just
ready.
set this squawk. We just forgot to set it. 553 and 0. And altitude on. Right. Okay, so before start, let's just
Great
call the
news,
car.
Captain. Your tow's
And
coming.
before start checklist, fuel pumps on, anti-collision light on, and we're gonna put the hydraulics on once the pushback card is connected to us. That way we can make sure that the bypass pin is inserted in the hydraulic area. Oh, he's here.
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Okay, so they are connecting. He will inform me when he's connected.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pin's inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Yep, as he said, the bypass pin is inserted. We can put the hydraulic pumps and release the parking brake
Here
so
comes the
he
pushback.
can
Line 'em
start
up.
the pushback. So here is the clearance for the engine start. Engine start sequence will be 2 and 1. Let's just start number 2 engine. Start valve is open. Time check. Of course, we're gonna need the APU bleed too. So we have N2 rotating. As soon as it reaches 25, we're going to be putting the engine start lever to idle. 25, engine start lever number 2 idle. EGT comes up and 1 rotation starts.
Ground, Bonatera with A32 stand 317 ready for push and start. With 0832, ciao, Fiumicino ground, push and start is approved facing east, Benicio 1018. Push start is approved facing east, inclination.
So engine number 1 is good. Let's go and start engine number 1.
Ryanair 126, ready for taxi.
Ryanair 126, taxi holding point, Bravo Bravo runway 25, Echo Bravo, November, Golf, November and Bravo.
Same thing is applied to number 1. As soon as the N2 is reached to 25, we will start engine number 1. 25, engine number 1 start lever idle. Here comes the EGT. Let me check any discontinuities in the FMS. Nothing at all. Beautiful stuff. Engine number 2, engine number 1 is good, so flaps 5. Generators on bus. Prop heat on. PAX auto. Isolation valve auto. APU bleed off. APU off. Engine start, switches continuous. Recall checked. And then we're gonna go ahead and check the flight controls. Nose up, nose down.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Right, left. Let's just set the parking brake. Parking brake set. And rudder check.
Give me just a moment.
Okay, that's all set.
Ryanair 126, please.
So this is pretty much it. We are ready for taxi after the guy disconnects his connections and informs us, of course. Let's go and open the app map. Zoom in a little bit to see where we are. Right here, so we're gonna be going to runway 25, which is this one right here. This will be a medium taxi like this. We are already okay. Let's just ask for taxi clearance. Ground Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango request
And we're
taxi.
disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
7 Charlie taxi, hold point Bravo Bravo, runway 25, via Charlie Foxtrot Delta, Papa and Bravo, number 2 for departure.
Okay, taxi the holding point Bravo for runway 25 via Charlie Foxtrot Delta Papa as number 2 Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango. That was a long one. Okay.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, please set the squawk in mode Charlie.
Say again, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango.
Please mode Charlie.
How is it now, sir? Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango.
Tranquilo, no problem.
Thank you, 7 Charlie Tango. Okay, that was not usual. Normally we set a TARA when we are entering the runway, but if that's what he wants. Okay, let me check the chart. So we will continue first taxiway as Charlie. Charlie Foxtrot actually is the one that we are on right now. Then we will continue via Delta, then Papa. Okay. So release the parking brake and let's go. So we are on Charlie Foxtrot. We will continue to Delta, which is the second right. First right is... Oh, what are you doing?
Standard 202, continue taxi, Echo Golf, Echo Bravo. Echo Golf, Echo Bravo, 202 degrees.
So this one right here, turns right is Delta, and the first left is going to be Papa after this. Yes, as you can see from the ground markings, Papa is on the left. We will continue to Papa and then to Bravo. Here we are on Papa. We will continue to Bravo on the right.
With the 832, request taxi. With the 832 taxi, holding point Bravo, runway 25, via November Golf, November Golf, November and Bravo. Point Bravo Bravo, runway 2.
So Bravo 1 is the one just at the start of the runway, I guess, because my chart has like the numeric alpha ones, you know, the letters, but he told me to go to Bravo 1, so I'll check them visually. Okay. The one on the left says Bravo Delta. We are still on Bravo. Let's just continue until the last one, because that's the one makes sense this one would be a little short for us to take off. It just gives us takeoff distance available around 2,485 meters, which is not quite safe. Of course, this depends on your weight and the weather and all that, but still.
Ciao, grazie mille.
So here we are getting close to holding point for runway 25.
Charlie Tango, contact tower 118.7, ciao.
118.7 tower, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango. Okay, I will turn left and then set the frequency to tower and contact them and tell them ready for departure. There are 2 holding points. I'll take the first one. Let's switch the frequency to tower 118.7. Tower Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango on holding point Bravo Bravo for runway 25, ready for departure.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, Fiume Tower, ciao, QNH 1018, wind 350 degrees 4 knots, 25, line up and clear for takeoff.
Line up and clear for takeoff runway 25 at Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, thank you. Okay, let's just do our things real quick. Strobe light is on, weather radar, terrain radar is on. Steady. Since we got the takeoff clearance, we can set the landing lights on as we did. Cabin crew takeoff position. Let's just line up and take off from runway 25.
Delta short of Echo Golf, Canberra 202. Fiumicino Tower, good evening, Echo Delta Lima, Echo 16 left. Sierra Lima, Echo Fiume Tower, ciao, QNH 1018, continue approach runway 16 left, traffic Airbus A320.
Let's go, take off.
6 miles in front. QNH 1018, continuing approach Sierra Lima, Echo.
Takeoff thrust set.
Fiumicino Tower, Alpha Go 1, Victor Alpha, established 16 left on the localizer.
80 knots.
Fiume Tower, ciao, QNH 1018, continue approach runway 16 left, reduce speed 180. Reducing to 180.
V1.
And
Rotate.
approach, Alpha Go 1, Victor Alpha.
Positive rate. Gear up.
02, monitor ground, 121.9, ciao. 1.9, get ready to Lufthansa 7, Charlie Tango identified, contact Roma radar 125.5, ciao.
125.5, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, bye bye. 400, autopilot being command. 125.5, let's just switch the frequency real quick.
6,000 feet, QNH 1018.
Flaps 1.
6,000, QNH 1018, terminal turbo.
Ryanair 126, livello di volo 190.
Ryanair 126, Unicom 122.8, ciao.
122.8, grazie mille, ciao Franco, alla prossima, Ryanair 126.
Radar, good evening, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango climbing 4,000.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, good evening to you, radar contact, flight level 100.
Climb level 100, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango. Okay, flight level 100
November
set.
Juliet, Faction 55 Hotel, descend 6,000
think we have the speed restriction before this waypoint, so it does not accelerate to flaps up speed or more. So we will maintain flaps 1 to prevent any stall.
Descent 4,000 feet, Wizz Air 552.
What I want to do is to check the voice levels.
Wizz Air 552, left heading 140 and clear ILS 16 left. Left heading 140, cleared ILS 16 left, Wizz Air 550.
We won't be able to do the after takeoff checklist unless the flaps are set to up, so we are still waiting to pass the speed restriction at Romeo Foxtrot 706 waypoint, which we are just over it. Transition to NHS standard. There it is, the aircraft has increased its speeds, pitching down to catch the speed. We can now retract flaps to up, flaps up. And now we can continue with the after takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds on, packs auto, landing gear off and off, flaps up, no lights, after takeoff checklist complete. So the procedure is, once you are getting close to your climbing level, like if 2000 feet is left, you shouldn't be more than 1500 FPM to prevent any false TCAS alerts to incoming and or outgoing close traffic. So we have 2000 feet to climb. I just set the vertical speed to 1500 to prevent. So the same things applies for 1000 feet. I will just reduce rate of climb to 1000 since we are getting close to 1000.
Alpha, turn left heading 190. Left heading 190, terminal Alpha.
1000 left to flight level 100.
And Taramon 992 Alpha, descend 5,000 feet, 1018.
In this kind of situations, we normally inform the ATC to give us further climb because we are so close to initial climb altitude. And we have the restriction of 11,000 feet or above at 708 waypoint.
6,000 feet, 1018, Lufthansa 374. Share 552, confirm established.
The frequency is pretty busy.
Localizer for
That's good.
runway 16 left, Wizz Air 552. Wizz Air 552, contact tower 1187, bye-bye.
Okay, we won't be able to get there above flight level 110, but that's at discretion of the ATC, so no problems. Altitude. Control Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, maintaining flight level 100.
090. Left heading 090, terminal Alpha. Jet 8903, descent 4,000 feet, and turn right heading 190, clear ILS 16 left. Jet 4000, right heading 190, check for the ILS 16 left, Jet 8943.
Radar Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, maintaining flight level 100.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, descent 6,000 feet, 1018.
Confirm this was for Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango.
Yes, affirm, 6,000 feet, 1018.
Sir, we need to climb. We are headed to Munich Airport, Echo Delta Delta Mike.
Oh, sorry, sir. Mistake, my mistake. Climb flight level 240, sir, 240.
Climb level 240, no worries. Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, have a good day.
Sorry, but a lot of traffic.
So let's set flight level 240, go to VNAV, N1 VNAV speed. Basically what the aircraft is going to do is to monitor Unicom 122.8, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, thank you, bye-bye. 1228 Unicom, we will switch there. So yeah, as I was saying, the aircraft is increasing the speed while putting more thrust in and maintaining the pitch at the same level, and once it reaches the desired speed, it will start to pull up gently to while maintaining that speed, climb to the desired altitude, actually flight level, which is set to 240 right now. So as you can see, slight pitch up, 2750 fpm per minute, climb it with speed of 285 to flight level 240. Let's just go to Unicom now. 122.8. 122.8. This is Unicom. Okay. So since we are above 10,000 feet above field elevation, we can just turn off the landing lights, runway turn off lights, and fasten belts auto. Nice, nice, nice. Alan Ravji, I love this channel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And feel free to ask any questions you wonder about either 737-800 or airline operations or aviation in general. I'll try to answer it best way I can. So since we are above flight level 150, let's check the situations. We have done our after takeoff checklist, and we did the standard QNH setup. That's also good. Let's just update this map and see where we are. Yeah, we are heading north towards Germany to our destination, Echo Delta Delta Mike, for today. And we have 90 kilograms of fuel in the center tank. Let's just put the center tank fuel pumps on to consume that fuel also. Please contact me on 124.2, a message from the ATC 124.2. 124.2. Let's just contact the guys.
Mr. Wings 9762, scusami tanto, Alessandro, identified climb to flight level 320, proceed all the way direct to Ponza. Direct Ponza, flight level 30, restricting, non c'è problema, via Mistral 9762.
Radar, hello, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, climbing flight level 240 on course SO1.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, Roma, wonderful, good evening, you're identified, climb to flight level 300, proceed direct to Tipney.
Okay, climb level 300 and proceed direct to Tipney, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, just a small curiosity, did the departure hand you to Unicom, or did he tell you to contact me, just so I know, because I'm having trouble getting hold of him?
They just handed us to Unicom, sir.
Oh, lovely. Okay, I'll have a chat with him if I manage. Thank you very much for the information, appreciate it.
You're welcome, thank you. So master caution light is on, let's check what it says. It says fuel, we go check the fuel section. So it says the center tank fuel pumps low pressure. The reason for that can be either the fuel pumps have problem, or there is no fuel left in the center tank. So it's the second option in this case. We're just going to turn them off because we don't want to overheat them or burn them on anything.
Lower 75
Every person who wants to be a pilot or being a pilot should watch these videos, and it's super cool. You're making it in your free time by being a real life pilot. Yeah, Halner, I just like to, share what I know with the audience and the people, because I know there are lots of people who wants to become a pilot or just enjoying their simulators in their comfort of home. I just want to help them to get their things more right in a realistic way. So that's why I'm here. This is also so much fun for me too. I've been flight simming for too long, but I just started this channel. It's pretty new one, just less than a month, and I'll try to get better with time. I'm doing my best for now. So that's it. Yeah, thank you again. Thank you so much, Honor. Thank you. Thank you. It's good to have you on board.
Scusa, Ryanair 10126, vira a sinistra, prua 080, scendi a 3000 piedi, autorizzato ILS Zulu pista 06.
Giro a sinistra, prua 080, scendo a 3000 piedi, autorizzato ILS Zulu pista 06 per Ryanair 126, grazie.
7 Hotel Lima, contact Roma 125.5, good night.
125.5, Ryanair 7 Hotel Lima, thank you, bye. Approach, Ryanair 7 Hotel Lima, inbound Tinto, passing flight level 250.
You're still on 124.2, 125.5, please.
I'm sorry.
Problem. 5117, Roma 125.5, good night.
125.5, thanks, Chinese 5117.
Lufthansa 8 Oscar Kilo, request taxi. For 7 Oscar Kilo, taxi and backtrack runway 31, own discretion. Report when you're fully ready, no traffic on the ramp. Jet taxi and backtrack runway 31, Lufthansa 8 Oscar Kilo. Back at the cockpit. Thank you, welcome back.
Austrian 9434, 5000 feet.
9434, apologies for the delay. A beer goes on me. You're identified. Climb to flight level 180.
Climbing flight level 180, Austrian 9434.
Roma, buonasera, scanning 17 in Palermo, request type clearance to Roma Fiumicino.
Link 17, buonasera, Roma. Runway 25, clear Fiumicino, Luro.
Guys, is the stream buffering right now? Because it informs me like the viewers will experience buffering and stuff. Is it buffering right now or is it smooth?
Squawk 1000 and I'm going to 25.
Skylink 17, read back correct.
So 1000 feet left, let's just go to vertical speed and set 1000. MC speed, vertical speed.
Fort, proceed all the way direct to Gotmo, climb flight level 340.
Direct Gotmo and climb 340 Austrian info 34.
126, il vento a Napoli 030 a 3 nodi, pista 06, autorizzato l'atterraggio.
Autorizzato all'atterraggio pista 06, Ryanair 126, grazie.
Wings 9762, Latina 3 Papa arrival.
Latina 3 Papa arrival for Mr. Wings 9762.
0158, continue your descent to altitude 7,000 feet, QNH Malta 1018.
You guys, can you tell me if the stream is smooth right now, or is it buffering?
Down to 7,000, Litaro 0158.
Flower 7540, final intercepting the localizer Zulu runway 26.
Flower 7540, grazie. Lampedusa winds 150 degrees 5 knots, runway 26, clear to land.
Still waiting for 26. Clear land 26 from Flower 7540.
Radar, good evening, Flight Italy 01 is with you, flight level 310 inbound Latina.
Italy 001, Roma Ciao, identified, landing runway 06 in Napoli.
Roger, we'll start landing runway 06 in Flight Italy 31, thank you.
7 Charlie Tango, reclear direct to Naxav.
Reclear direct to Naxau, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango. So Naxau, we take it and put it on top and execute. So the aircraft will head direct to Naxau right now.
505 Kilo, Roma, hello, identified. Reteb 3 Papa arrival, descent
This
flight
is
level
a good
210.
shortcut for us.
Reteb 3 Papa arrival,
And we
210.
reach our cruise altitude, which is flight level 300. We can go back to VNAV, FM speed, VNAV path, and we can proceed on doing our cruise briefing. So normally we would talk about how many minutes we are late or early in the takeoff and the off block times, and we would talk about the nav log, like where are we and how many minutes we are late or early according to that waypoint. And after that we need to talk about the landing time and compare it to scheduled landing time. Since this is like a free flight, not a scheduled one, I am passing all those, and after that we need to talk about the fuel status of the aircraft. Right now, currently it has 6 tons and 200 kilograms of fuel on board, and according to FMS we will be landing with 3.4 tons of fuel. We will compare this to minimum fuel, which was 2.3, so the difference is 1.1, which means we have 1,100 kilograms extra fuel on board, which is quite good. It could give us around 20 to 25 minutes of extra fuel. And last but not least, we would talk about the fuel temperature. It should be within limits, which are plus 40 and minus 47, depending on the fuel type. And the pressurization is normal, no cabin climb or descent abnormal. And the RVSM check. The difference between two altimeters should be less than 200 feet while flying, so the difference is nearly zero right now, so which is good. So this completes our cruise briefing.
Contact Milano 127.45. Goodbye.
Contact Milano 127.45, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango. Thank you, goodbye. Okay. Let's change the frequency to 127.45 as they instructed us to contact Milano.
Board the 7 Romeo arrival, ramp Alpha for left.
For arrival, left contact 1
The board the 7 Romeo arrival.
sky, good evening. Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango flight level 300 on course Naxaf.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango Milano, ciao, radar contact, proceed as filed. Break, Alpaca 4 Tango Charlie, Milan radar.
Okay, they told us to proceed as filed.
Descend flight level 300, Alpaca 4 Tango Charlie.
Hamza Çizmezcioğlu, welcome on board, my friend. Thank you for the subscription. And as I always say, just feel free to ask any questions.
Station calling, Milano. Calling Milano, sorry they don't copy, say again, call sign and intention, please.
Italy 020, we are climbing for flight for 6,000 feet. We are on Mike Echo 609 now.
Flight 020 Milano, ciao, identified, climb flight level 190, direct locked in.
Level 190, direct locked in, Italy 020.
So let's check what the situation is with the FMC. Once you guys go to progress page, you can see the top of descent. It says 1127 Zulu and 2.52 correction, 252 nautical miles to descent. Right now it's 10:53, so we have like 34 more minutes till we descend.
Mach decimal 76.
We would normally start our descent calculations around 20 minutes left to top of descent, so we have still time to do our setups. One other thing we do normally during cruises, get the weather information of our en route alternates and destination. So let's check what airports we have around. Yep.
Milano Lufthansa 5 Charlie Mike.
Traffic, max speed, please.
I'm sorry, are you asking for a Mach number?
Affirmativo, your max speed now, please.
Let's see if there are any ATIS frequencies nearby, so we can check the weather as we do in real life. So I'm checking which ATIS frequencies are available.
Mach decimal 70 Lufthansa.
We got Lime, which is below. Lime, yeah, Bologna. Bergamo Airport. Check the ATIS for that as an en route. So it says normally what would you check is the ceiling and the visibility, and of course the wind, and of course the precipitation. So once we check the ATIS, wind is 060 degrees, 2 knots, pretty low. Visibility is more than 10 kilometers. No clouds detected. That's also good. And there is no precipitation at that airport, so that gives us a perfect en route alternate if any abnormal situation happens, like around about the aircraft itself, or if any of the passengers happen to have an emergency situation like a cardiac arrest or you know, breathing problems, anything, we could easily divert to Lime Airport, which is located like 10 nautical mile close to our present position.
Milano radar, good evening again, flight Italy 003 reaching
I will check if
6,000 feet.
our destination ATEX is close enough now. Echo Delta Delta Mike, yes, it's ready. Let's check that one also. München, information, Foxtrot, it says. Let's see what's the wind is like, what's the runway in use and all that stuff we need. Information, Foxtrot. Expect vectors for independent parallel ILS approach runway 08 left and 08 right in use. That's good, we have 08 left set in the FMS currently. And transition level will be 60. That is the altitude that we're going to change, the standard QNH, the local QNH. And wind is 060 degrees, 3 knots, pretty calm. Ceiling and visibility is okay. Temperature is 20 degrees. And QNH is 1017. This is all we need. And we can plan accordingly right now. We can just go ahead and put the QNH 1017 on standby. We're gonna be using this below transition level, and we can set up for ILS 08 left as the planned one. So frequency is 109.5, 109.5 set on both sides. 109.5 and the final approach course at München will be 080, so we can go ahead and set 080 on the course window of the MCB panel. 080 set, 080 on the other side also. Okay, 080 set on both sides. And minimums of course will be 1670, 1670 set. Other than that, what else we need? We need the missed approach nav 8s. So in case of go around, we will continue on track 080 at 1 DME from Delta Mike November VOR, which is 116.0.
Somebody is broadcasting music. I can't really hear what you're saying.
Bravo Romeo, Echo November Oscar.
Breno, Lufthansa 5, Charlie Mike, could you make that channel stop?
Again, sorry?
Never mind, it is... No.
Milan, buenas tardes, Lufthansa 5, Lima Charlie, flight level 37.
Okay, they said something on the radio, so I'm trying to make sure that's not me. I don't think it's me. Yeah, no, okay. Let's continue. Okay, setup is complete. Normally we would do the, according to the ATEX information, we would do our landing calculations. Let's try to do it over here. Runway 08 left, condition dry, wind is 060 and 3 knots. Temperature is 20 degrees and QNH is 1017. Flaps will be 30, auto brake will be 3. We will see what result it gives us with auto brake 3. let's go to landing weight. So we're going to take 3.8 and subtract it from 5.7, which gives us 2.1. So we're going to deduct 2.1 from here, which gives us 62.3. Right here. Let's go to second page. So auto brake 3 will stop us at 1,812 meters. Let's check the runway. So 1,800 meters is more than enough. I will just use auto brake 2 to consume less brake caliper. Auto brake 2 and flaps will be 30. Okay, this is pretty much sums it up and completes our approach setup for ILS 08 left, but of course if something changes, like the runway changes to 08 right, we're gonna have to change our whole setup accordingly.
Destination Napoli Capodichino via Chioggia 6 Lima, departure runway 4 right, initial climb altitude 4,000 feet, squawk code 1,000.
Dato destinazione via Chioggia 6 Lima in uso la pista 04 destra, iniziale 4 piedi squawk 1000.
Dimmi se sei in posizione nel caso, se vado pure in italiano, nessun problema, QNH Venezia 107, push approvato, chiama per il rollaggio.
Sì, pronto, Angel Zorf, thank you very much for your service, bye-bye. Thank you, bye-bye.
Milano radar flight LE 003 reaching flight level 1900.
003 rimane attesa, break Ryanair 707 Milano.
Flight level 310, thank you.
667 Delta, contact line 13255, ciao.
QNH 1019.
564 India, direct India, November.
Direct India, November, Euro 564 India.
Area 7126, revised QNH 1019. QNH
228 ciao, grazie mille, buona serata.
So I want to show you guys the approach chart also.
18975
So here you can see after Betos waypoint it will continue to Delta Mike 472, 473, 474. It goes like this, makes a U-turn towards west, and this is pretty much the downwind side of the runway, as you can see here. For runway 08 left is the one on the top, and the 08 right is the one on the right. So on downwind we are gonna expect radar vectors towards the final approach fix of Magat, and then we will start descending from there from 5,000 feet with the glide path of 3 degrees and try to intercept the ILS. So we won't, I don't think we will be flying all this way. They will give us a direct route before Betos, that's what I'm expecting, to Delta Mike 451 or 450 even, and then we will proceed to Magat. That's what I'm expecting, but of course this is always can be a subject of change depending on the traffic, and then we will continue with the ILS. Let me put that up to runway 08 left. This is the one. So as I said, this is the Magat point at 5,000 feet, final of course 080, frequency 109.5, and minimums is for Cat C aircraft ILS DME Cat 1 is 1,226. Of course, different chart systems can use different minimas. For example, Lido, the one I use normally in the daily operation, gives a minimum of 1,670 for ILS 08 left, but the what do you call, I can't remember the name, Jeppesen chart, the more used one, as you can see, gives a different minima, but I'll stick to when I use daily life. This is not the chart I use daily in real life operations. This is Jeppesen, but still there's not much of a big difference. And of course about the missed approach procedure, it's pretty much same as 080 track 1 DME from Delta Mike November VR, minimum 1,900 feet, turn left and direct to Mike VR NDB, which is frequency 426. So yeah, missed approach is of course same. When will we arrive? That's a good question. Let's just check our FMS and Echo Delta Delta Mike 1150 1110. So if we happen to fly the whole star approach, no shortcuts, no nothing, it will be 40 minutes from now to reach the München airport. keeps disconnecting from the VATSIM network. I don't know what's wrong today.
Sadly, only room information, which is the service for VFR.
Okay, buonasera, thank you. Eurowing 304 going to Unicom.
Yeah.
Milano, ciao, Itaro. 125.
125, sorry, but we close shortly, 1228. Ciao.
128.
Unicom 1228, grazie Andrea, un abbraccio, ciao.
Foster 11 via Echo Lima and Airline 35. Roger.
Full station, Milano's closing, Unicom 1228. Ciao.
Ciao, grazie, ciao.
Grazie.
Ragıp Çizmecioğlu on board, welcome on board. Beyza Çizmecioğlu on board, welcome on board guys. Thank you for subscribing and good to have you guys on board. Thank you. I'm gonna need to do this real quick because there's a problem with the X-Pilot, the VATSIM. So we're gonna speed things up a little bit. Yep, we are back. Let me try to reconnect to VATSIM. Okay, we shouldn't have any more problems with it now. I don't know what's wrong with the VATSIM network today. 35 minutes left to land. Still on the way. Everything looks fine. $178 nautical miles left. I'm gonna good anything. Zainab El Sawi, good job, amazing. Thank you, Zainab. Welcome on board. Feel free to ask any questions you want. You can actually see the airport in the PFD right now. As we are getting close. That's the Magat final approach point, as we talked before. But the thing is, we are still having problems with VATSIM network, so I'm trying to figure it out. One three two 550. We'll try to go over it even more. Okay, there it goes. So let's switch the frequency to 132.550. There we are.
And flight level 250 at 2,500 or greater is going to entry 6
Working good now on V-line 233 Sierra, flight level 250, requesting further descent. 233 Sierra now identified, descent level 130. 130, 130, V-line 233 Sierra. The 7 Charlie Tango on this frequency by chance?
München, Lufthansa 7, Charlie, Tango with you.
Tango low, descent level 170, 2,000 feet a minute or greater, please.
Descent level 170 with 2,000 feet or greater to Lufthansa 7, Charlie Tango.
Thank you.
Okay, level will be 170.
München radar, schönen guten
And
Abend.
we should do a level change because they ask for a high rate of descent, more than 2,000 FBM. So we use level change mode, and as you can see, the FBM increases to more than 2,000. Okay, this is more than we need, so we can switch back to vertical speed and put minus 2,000 over here to maintain the rate of descent they asked us. to maintain. We've just started our descent towards Munich Airport. Everything looks
Area
fine.
6115, descent level 300.
Siberia 6115, descending flight level 300.
As you guys might remember, we set up for ILS 08 left, so I'm gonna ask the ATC guy to, you know, what runway is he planned us. So if any differences, we're gonna need to reset up for 08. Right. München, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango. Which runway are you planning us for, sir, to reset up the things if necessary? Someone got into frequency, so I'm just gonna wait a couple seconds and retransmit.
7 Charlie Tango, say again.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, sir, I ask which runway are you planning for us to, in case change anything to set up on all that?
So you can expect 08 left and 08 right.
Okay, expecting 08 left or right, thank you. We set up for 08 left for your information. Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango.
Yeah, I have no confirmation. You need to expect both runways.
Okay, expecting both. Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, thank you.
Scandinavian 3635,
Okay, what he
given
practically told me is that I can change it in a minute before final approach point, so you should be ready for anything. That's basically what he said. We are ready for anything. If anything happens, we can just switch to 08 right. Let me just check the frequency and final approach course in case they change it. So final approach course is same 080, but the frequency will be 109.3, so we're gonna need to change the frequency to 109.3 quickly if the change happens to 08 right.
Contacting 123275. Goodbye, have a nice day. Siberia 6115.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, descent level 130.
Descent level 130, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango. Okay, let's
130.
120.
128.025.
128.025, 92 Sierra.
Set, we are still
Charlie
descending.
Mike, London 123275.
123275, Lufthansa 5 Charlie Mike.
Boeing 81 Hotel Victor, rate of descent, sorry, disregard. 81 Hotel Victor, left heading 110.
Heading 110, 81 Hotel Victor.
Good. 7 Charlie Tango, contact 128.025.
128.025, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango. Okay, another frequency. 128.725, let's see. Let's just set it up manually. 128.
Eurowing 75 Delta, inbound Dinko, flight level 290.
75 Delta, identified. Would you like to have?
Okay. Approach, this is Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, descending flight level 130 on course on deck.
Lufthansa 4 Delta Whiskey, did you copy?
Yes, I copy, but I don't understand what you mean with that. Direct 411.
Okay, I'll just take speed a little bit because I don't want to get too close to airport very quickly.
Ready to fly direct 411 on the Rockhill 08 transition.
München, hello, Scandinavian 3635 with you, descending to flight level 150.
Scandinavian 3635, München identified, cleared Lando 08 transition.
Say again, Scandinavian 3635.
Cleared Lando 08 transition.
Lando 08 transition, Scandinavian 3635.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango identified, turn left heading, actually cleared for the Betos 08 transition, descent flight level 100.
Cleared for Betos 08 transition and descent flight level 100, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango. Okay, flight level 100 is set and we are clear for the current transition that we set up before the flight, so everything is going as expected. Well, we are a little bit high on the speed. I just want to help the aircraft to take the speed a little bit by extending the speed brakes.
Identified, cleared Rockhill 08 transition, reduce speed to
V-line 2330.
So as we are decelerating and descending with 2 feet per minute, we have just started our transition by Delta Mike 472. We will turn.
7 Charlie Tango, confirm you're following the Beta 08 transition.
We are following Beta 08, sir. Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango.
What's your inbound waypoint?
Next waypoint is Delta Mike 472. Okay, he just wanted to make sure that we are on the correct path. We are a little bit fast, that's why we are a little bit off track. That's why he asked us. But we are on our way to correct it, so no problems expected.
Scandinavian 3635, speed 240 knots, descend flight level 110.
Speed 240 knots, descend flight level 110, Scandinavian 3635.
Approach Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango. Any FBM limits for us or on descent?
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, resume normal rate of descent, speed 240 knots.
On rate of descent, speed 240 knots, and Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, thank you. Okay, so let's just switch to MSP speed level change. 240 knots is set. Aircraft will maintain the pitch angle accordingly to maintain 240 knots. And approximately 23 minutes left. It's a good time to put the seatbelt signs on.
Berlin 19er Yankee, direct Delta Mike 457, thereafter continue on the NAPSA 08 transition and descend flight level 110.
Let's check the waypoints again to make sure everything is right. 476 and then 457, 450.
Can you repeat?
Yeah, the all waypoints are in, so no problems.
Thereafter continue on the NAPSA 08 transition, descend flight level 110.
I'm just gonna ask him to reduce speed more to, you know, to not to overshoot. Because if we maintain the speed, there will be an overshoot and that would probably mess up the... 123.9 for Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango.
Lufthansa 4 Delta Whiskey, contact München radar 123.9.
123.9.
123.9, danke, Lufthansa 4 Delta Whiskey.
Radar, good day, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, descending flight level 100 with speed 240.
20 knots. 20 knots, GGT-1 Lufthansa 4 Delta Whiskey, München radar servos identified. Canadian 3635, München radar servos identified. Proceed direct Delta Mike 428, thereafter Delta Mike 420. Direct to Delta Mike 428 and after Delta Mike 427, Scanner 363. Negative, after Delta Mike 420. Delta Mike 420, Scanner 363.
Approach Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, maybe reduce speed to not overshoot the star.
This 185 calls in 1D3 speed, Lufthansa 2339, descend altitude 6, correction 5000 feet, QNH 1018. 5000 QNH 1018, Lufthansa 3339. Good day, Lufthansa 1805 with you.
1000 to go.
Lufthansa 1805, München radar servos identified, climb flight level 90.
I'll just reduce the speed a little bit, not to overshoot for now.
EZ27 Romeo, turn right heading 250.
Right heading 250, EZ27 Romeo.
Approach Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, maybe reduce speed to not to overshoot the transition.
Servus, Lufthansa 4 Delta Whiskey. Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, turn left heading 270 and maintain speed 240 for the moment.
Turn left heading 270 and maintain heading 240 for the moment.
Left heading 270, speed 240.
Speed 240, heading 270. Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango.
119, descend 5000 feet, QNH 1018.
Okay, so speed is back to 240 and heading 270 is set.
Lufthansa 2339, turn left heading 270. Link 70, Lufthansa 2339. Lufthansa
speed 220.
220, Free Tango November.
Lufthansa 3 Tango November, contact mention director 118.825, call sign only.
You can
Call
just
sign to 118.825, Free
beat
Tango
rapid
November.
speed
Thanks, bye-bye.
brakes, not needed
019,
anymore.
contact mention director 118.825, call sign only.
118.825, call sign only 019.
Lufthansa 5 Romeo Charlie, descend 6,000 feet QNH 1018.
Descend 6,000 QNH 1018, Lufthansa 5 Romeo Charlie.
Approach Beeline 223 Sierra, flight level 100. Line 223 Sierra München radar Cerberus identified. Lufthansa 4 Delta Whiskey, turn right, heading 110.
110, right, 110, Lufthansa 4 Delta.
Avian 3635, speed 220.
We can put the landing light on and runway turn off light.
827 Romeo, descend level 80.
Cabin crew landing position.
And flight level 80, easy 27 Romeo.
Lufthansa 5 Romeo Charlie, speed 220, contact mention director 118.825, call sign only.
Speed 220 knots, 118.825, call sign only, Lufthansa 5 Romeo Charlie, tschüss.
Lufthansa 2339, contact mention director 118.825, call sign only.
And Roger, does it have auto throttle? Of course, yes, it does the auto throttle.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, turn left heading 260, descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1018.
Turn left heading 260, descend 5,000, QNH 1018, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango.
Lufthansa 4 Delta Whiskey, turn right heading
They
260.
gave us 5,000 feet, with heading 260 set, and QNH 1018.
RD7 flight
So,
level 80,
the final
speed
approach means
240.
5,000 feet. We have 5,000 feet loose. That would mean we need 15 nautical miles approximately. So we are good as soon as we maintain 1,400 FPM, which is the half of the ground speed, current ground speed, we are good.
Victor mention radar Cerberus identified, can maintain level 70.
I will maintain flight level 70, Condor 9 Charlie Victor.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, speed 220.
Speed 220, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango. Okay.
Lufthansa 1805, climb flight level
Go back to
190.
220, help the aircraft, speed brake.
Z27 Romeo, descend altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1018.
Send 6,000 feet, QNH 1018, easy 27 Romeo.
Avian 3635, descend flight level 100.
And flight level 100, Skinner 3625.
Lufthansa 4 Delta Whiskey, descend level 80.
Descend 80, Lufthansa 4 Delta Whiskey.
I'm reducing the vertical speed bit by bit to help the aircraft slow down to 220 with the help of speed brake also.
Lufthansa 1805, contact München radar 132.550.
132.550 for Lufthansa 1805. Thanks, goodbye.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, contact München director 118.825, call sign only.
118.825 call sign only, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango. Okay.
27 Romeo heading 265.
Heading 265, easy 27 Romeo.
118.825, let's see if it's ready over here. Yes, 118.825.
Lufthansa 2 Echo, speed 170 knots or greater until 5 miles final.
Lufthansa 2 Echo 170, greater until 5, do you mean?
Approach Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango.
Say again for 5 Romeo Charlie was blocked.
Heading 180.
Left 180, Lufthansa 5 Romeo Charlie.
67 contact tower 120.5.
120.5, Verica 687.
Approach Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango.
Charlie Tango director, good evening, descent 4000, expect 08 right.
Descent 4000, expect 08 right, and Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango. Okay, so we need to set up quickly for ILF 08 right.
118.7.
This is executed. I'm gonna go ahead and put the final approach point, which is Begin.
5 Romeo Charlie, continue left turn heading 110, clear LS approach runway 08 left.
110, LS 08 left.
Begin on top.
Lufthansa 5 Romeo Charlie.
Execute.
019, speed 17.
Actually, I need to put this in the very first page. And course is 080. Set here, execute. This is a direct intercept.
Speed 170 knots until 5 miles
And
final.
we're gonna adjust the frequency to 1090.3.
27 Romeo, director, good evening, descent 5000 feet, expect 08 left.
5,000 feet, expect 08 left,
1090.3. Set on both sides, courses are set.
Turn right heading 320.
And local QNH transition 1018 set, minimums 1690.
Lufthansa Tango, right heading 320.
Turn right heading 320, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, heading 320 set.
Bridge 019,
And
contact tower,
minimums 1690. Set, okay.
2339, speed 170 knots until 5 miles final. Speed 170 until 5, Lufthansa 2,
Okay, we are heading 320. He will give us another heading.
Charlie, you missed the localizer, turn left heading 050 to intercept. 050 to intercept, Lufthansa 5 Romeo Charlie.
Slow down a little bit more.
Charlie, speed 170 knots until 5 miles final. 127 until 5, Lufthansa 5 Romeo Charlie.
Okay, final.
Lufthansa 5 to the whiskey. The whiskey, director Gude, descent 5000, expect 08 left. Descent 5000, expect 08. Lufthansa 5 to the whiskey. 7 Charlie Tango, to the right heading 1, correction 050, clear that is approach runway 08 right.
Turn right heading 050, clear ILS 08 right, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango. Okay, heading 050 set, we are turning towards the 08 right.
3 Tango November, back tower 187, choose.
Frequency is right, final approach course is set, ILS is identified.
Charlie, you missed the localizer again, confirm you're able to fly an ILS approach.
And we are clear for ILS approach.
And 4000 feet to intercept.
And we are below the glide slope, as you can see from here, everything is under control. Is 5 DME is coming.
2339, contact tower 120.5.
I'll start slowing down a little bit. Yep, everything is good. If it doesn't capture the localizer, I'll just try to help the aircraft a little bit by turning right manually. Let's see if it's going to capture the localizer. And flaps 5, localizer is captured, runway heading 080 is set. Reducing speeds. It's all good. Everything looks good.
Mention buildings Canadian 3635 with you descending 5000, 6000.
Maybe in 365 director, good evening, expect
and flaps 5.
Expecting 08 left, Canadian 36.
Speed 5.
Whiskey, turn left heading 180.
Left 180.
Missed approach altitude 408 right is 5000.
Tower 118.7, choose. 118.7, choose.
As soon as we capture the glide slope.
Speed 170 knots or greater until 5 miles final.
Speed 170 or greater unless until 5 nautical miles to Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango. Okay, so it gives us instruction, do not slow down below 170 until you see 5 nautical mile on this screen, ILS DME.
Yankee director, good evening, descent 4000, expect 08 right. 1000 and expect 08 right. Lufthansa Whiskey, turn left heading 110, clear that is approach runway 08.
We can actually see the runway inside the head. You can see the copy lights. And we are about to capture the flight slope in a couple seconds.
5000 and 230. Canadian 362.
Heading 180.
180.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, tower 120.5, choose.
Tower 120.5, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, choose. Okay.
Speed 170 knots, greater until 5 miles final.
Tower 120.5. Tower Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, establish localizer 08 right.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, München Tower, number 2.
Number 2, copy, 7 Charlie Tango.
7, contact München Apron, 121.775
bye-bye.
121.775.
Okay, so we are number 2 on the approach. We continue as they instructed us. Glide slope captured, Mr. Port altitude 7,000 is set, and we are getting close to 5 nautical mile. And the speed is, as you can see, increasing. Aircraft trying to maintain 170 by pulling the thrust levels back. I will be helping him by putting the gear down. And we are at 6 miles. I'll put the flaps to 15 to, you know, get the configuration.
Quality 567,
Flaps
guten Abend,
15.
Sierra Tree, wir Able Bravo 4.
Quality 567, München Tower, good evening.
And we are 5
runway
nautical mile. We can slow down.
via Sierra Bravo 4.
Sierra Bravo 4 to
And
holding
since
point.
we are below the limit of 175 knots, we can go ahead and set like 30 and go to final approach speed of 146 plus 5, 151. Landing checklist, engine start switches, continuous, speed brake armed, landing gear down, flaps 30, green light, and landing checklist complete. We are number 2 expecting the landing clearance right now.
Via Tango, Bravo 12.
Sierra 8 and clear pre thrust.
Lufthansa 2339er via Tango, Bravo 12.
If we don't happen to get the landing clearance until minimums, we're gonna have to go around. Tower Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, confirm clear for landing 08 right.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, roger. Wind variable to knots, runway 08 right, clear to land.
Clears to land, runway 08 right. Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, thank you. Okay, let's go to manual flight.
500.
Eurowings 1 Victor Yankee behind landing, Lufthansa Airbus disregard behind landing, Lufthansa Boeing 737 on short final, line up runway 08 right and wait behind.
Eurowings 61 Victor Yankee lining up runway 08 right, next landing Lufthansa traffic runway 08 right behind.
Lufthansa 2339er,
Okay,
apron 121.7,
good
bye bye.
crosswind here.
207
Correcting the localizer and light slope. We are good.
Minimums 40, 30, 20, 10.
Speed brake up. I'm gonna put the reversers up.
Quality 567, line up runway 08 right.
Line up runway 08 right, quality 567.
Eurowings 61 Victor Yankee, 1 intersection
Okay,
departure ahead.
so we are below 60 knots. Manual braking.
So please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened and all items stowed until the seatbelt sign is turned off.
And let's just vacate via left.
Make sure you have all your personal belongings before you exit the aircraft.
Quality 567, wind variable to knots, run 08 right, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff 08 right, quality 567.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, taxi to entry Sierra 8 via Tango, Bravo 12.
Say again this number via Tango Bravo 12.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, entry Sierra 8 via Tango, Bravo 12.
Sierra 8 via Tango Bravo 12. Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango. Okay, we are on Bravo 12. We will continue to Sierra 8 via Tango, so it's pretty much straight up. Let's do the after landing items. Prop heat off, landing lights off, taxi light on, engine start switches continuous, strobe steady, auto brake off, flaps up, and transponder is altered on. Let's get going.
Quality 567, contact Munich radar 123.9, bye bye.
Okay.
123.9, quality 567, ciao.
We are on Bravo 10, so we will turn right to Tango. Then turn left via Bravo 12 to gate Sierra 8 for the apron.
Eurowing 61 Victor Yankee, wind variable 2 knots, runway 08 right, cleared for takeoff.
The second exit on the left should be Bravo 12. We are currently on taxiway Tango. Yes, the first one is Bravo 12 West and the second one is Bravo 12.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, apron is offline, taxi to a stand of your choice.
Taxi to stand of choice, Lufthansa 7 Charlie Tango, thank you. Okay, so basically what he said to us is after reaching gate Sierra 8 to apron, you can proceed to any stand that you want to. So we will do that. Currently on Bravo 12, we will continue straight to Sierra 8. Yes, we are on Sierra 8 and I will just find myself a beautiful empty spot and park there without interrupting any other people's operation, hopefully. Okay, the one on the right looks nice.
907 Yankee, King Tower is closing now. Monitor Unicom 122.8, bye bye. Eurowing 61 Victor Yankee, no further ATC available. Monitor Unicom 122.8, bye bye. Unicom 128, Eurowing 61 Victor Yankee.
That guy is coming towards me, so I'll just go right. Normally that would never ever happen, but you know, this is VATSIM. Let's just park here. Stand of choice. Beautiful.
Lufthansa 2658, wind variable 2 knots, runway 08 right,
we are here. Let's set the parking brake and ask for ground power. Ground power is connected. Ground power on bus. We can just shut down the engines and fasten belts off, anti-collision light off, fuel pumps off, hydraulic panel set, isolation valve auto, flight directors off, transponder 2000 and off. That completes the shutdown checklist and we will continue with secure.
Lufthansa 265, monitor Unicom 122.
IRS is off.
Bye bye.
Emergency exit lights off.
Unicom 128, danke sehr, with Lufthansa 2658.
All stations, München Tower is closing now, no further ATC available, monitor Unicom 122.8, bye bye.
Okay guys, that's all for today. We just took off from Rome airport and reached Echo Delta Delta Mike München, located in Germany. And it was a great pleasure to try to help you guys out with the real operations and the full flight under VATSIM control. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well, as much as I did, and hope to see you guys next time. Thank you and bye-bye.